Tov, good morning. Today's Friday, June 2nd. Erev Shabbat, Parshat Naso. I've been in mourning for my dad, as you might be aware, since Hanukkah time. And I've been needing it over the course of the year to pay attention to different issues that relate to mourning that might apply to me and might not apply to me. Sometimes my professional hazards might bring me to need to be present in places that I otherwise would not be. Professional hazards, I mean, in this case, the wonderful opportunities, but to be an officiant for people's joyous occasions where I can be there to serve that role. And then, for example, I'll step out after I play my role to hopefully bring joy to the family, but not necessarily partake of the Su'udah, the mitzvah meal that follows. Interestingly, and as I've had to consider, a question that I had not paid attention to prior to this, which was, what about duchening? What about duchening? Kohen duchen or not? The Birchat Kohanim, the duchening, is found in this week's Parshat Naso. We see the mitzvah Kota Baruch Hu B'nai Yisrael. This is how you bless the children of Israel. Mor lahem yivarechecha, etc. So the mitzvah on a Kohanim to provide the bracha to the people. So should a Kohen duchen or not? And the answer is, it's a machloket, right? It's a machloket. Whether it's appropriate or not, and some of it will depend on whether it's a daily duchening situation, like in Israel. Do you duchen then or not? Perhaps, though, only if there are no other Kohanim there. When I was in Israel for a few days in March, I had not really paid attention to the question of duchening yet, and suddenly I was in that situation, and I was the only Kohen for the days and for our group over the course of those days. So I did duchen. It was pretty clear to me that would be the halacha that I should follow. But if I had not been, it would be a different question, hypothetically. Why is that? What's the reason why a Kohen shouldn't duchen? After all, it doesn't contravene your rules of mourning at all. No, not at all. On the other hand, though, it might be that you are missing something that you're supposed to bring with you to give blessings to the Jewish people. We know that we recite a bracha. The Kohen, just as the duchening begins, Etzivanu levarechet amo Yisrael. God, you've commanded us to bless the children of Israel, and we add something there, interestingly, be'ahava. It should be done with love, which is his own interesting focal point. What does it mean to offer the blessing with love? There are those who also say it should be done with simcha, it should be done with joy, and since a person in mourning is, in definition, not besimcha, not in a state of joyousness, so maybe he shouldn't be duchening, so that's the discussion. So here, as you know, outside of Israel, we duchen only on certain occasions, right? Only on the festivals. And there too, the question will be: should the Kohen duchen? Disagreement amongst poskim about this. I took the position, just a little quick halachic perspective, is that because I am the rabbi of the shul, and my visibility is very clear when I'm usually duchening, there is a rule that says that you're not supposed to have to publicly on Yontif show that you're in mourning. So that in my understanding of the halacha, and I actually discussed it with one of the poskim I asked Shalos too at different points, was that for me, as the rabbi of the shul, to absent myself on Yontif from duchening would be a form of showing mourning during the festival, and so I stay and I duchen as I usually do. So there's a brief reflection on this. That notion that the blessing should be offered with a certain mindset is a powerful one, because on the one hand, the Kohen is just a vehicle. He's just a conduit for Hashem's bracha. God goes on to say at the end of the section, "V'samu et shemi," you'll place my name on the children of Israel, "Va'ani avarachem," and I will bless them. So in which case the Kohen is just conveying bracha, bringing it down to earth, sending it out through the fingers towards the people, naming God's name by reciting God's name in each verse, and God's name blesses the people. Yet, still, to be the conduit for God's blessing is a role as well. And depending on the mindset of the Kohen, it's successful or not. Can you place yourself in a context in which you can convey those words with all the energy they're meant to have, the energy of joy and the energy of love that we are meant to bring into the words that land on the person and produce the bracha. So I gave you a halachic context in which it might be dealt with, and I offered you specific perspective. But the broader statement, the broader understanding that the role of the Kohen and the duchening is not just to bless and not just to convey, but to do so with all the positive and good energies that they're meant to have. That's an essential thing. We hope that the Kohanim, when we offer our blessings, are able to muster that. And when all the individuals who are standing in a room receive the blessing, you can receive it with a feeling that, there's love coming at me, there's joy coming at me, and through that, God's blessings will devolve upon me and all those around me as well. Wishing you all the blessings, extending to you all the blessings of the Kohanim on this day and every day. Shabbat Shalom.